Ooh, Striker's plot twist.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Hey gang, what's going on? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that... There you go. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the thrice series daily here on the channel where I reflect on what's being said about Chelsea, giving you my opinion on it, more importantly asking for yours. Newcastle complete the signing of Lewis Hull. Why was it a loan? We'll tell you why. Lukaku, could he be going to Roma to meet up with Jose Mourinho again, the manager that once shunned him after he missed a penalty? And Chelsea agreed terms with Arsenal striker? Ooh la la. Strap yourselves in, boys and girls. And theys and thems. Please do drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Content being pumped out all the time here on the channel, and you might dig it, so you are welcome to join the fun. Yeah. Of course, as well, I've got a second channel where I discuss non-Chelsea related football matters called Football Yannick, and today I've spoken about Arsenal. How good are Arsenal? Quite good, frustratingly, so feel free to go watch that. So, where should we start first? Let's start off with the Romelu Lukaku murmurings. So as the time goes on, you think, where's he going to go? Is Juve going to get this deal over the line? Is it going to be Saudi? Well, the thing is with Juventus is the club are really interested in getting Vlahovic off the books before they get Lukaku in the door. They're trying, or have been trying for a long time, to do a deal with Chelsea where we take Vlahovic and give them a bit of money. I'm not interested in that. I've nailed my colours to the mast on that, and I think many of you feel the same way. So the deal to Juventus looks very difficult. And by the way, it's worth mentioning this is the player's preference, Romelu Lukaku's preference. He's got to go, of course. Lukaku, Pochettino has pretty much said as much. He walked through the door, Pochettino, when he was appointed Chelsea manager, being briefed by Chelsea like, yeah, this dude's got to go, right? Like, he's got no future here. Great, fine, cool. So where's he going to go? He wants to go to Juve, but for the aforementioned reasons, that deal's going to be tough. Chelsea would probably like to get him to go to Saudi Arabia because the even though the payment would be the fee would be similar to Juve, I think it would be in more favourable terms to Chelsea, i.e., here's 40 million quid up front, mate. So that would be very nice. But the player wants to stay in Europe. So enter this like third option / curveball of Roma. Now, Roma are sort of in an upward trend. Of course, they've been like pushing their luck, but that's not true. They got Mourinho in, which is exciting. They got Tammy in, which was exciting. He had a really good first season, and how would he feel if Lukaku comes in? And of course, they brought in Paulo Dybala, which is a massive signing. And he's, remember the unveiling of Dybala? It was like the biggest concert you've ever seen. It was incredible. So Lukaku would love that, like stroking his ego. Because the Roma fans, Inter fans at the moment hate Lukaku. Juve fans hate Lukaku, even though he's been linked with them. The Roma fans would probably be like, yeah, all right. They'd probably get quite excited about it. And if he gets the reception anywhere near that Paulo Dybala got, that big ego of Romelu Lukaku would certainly be stroked appropriately enough. Now, of course, they're still in a top 5 league. He'll think, he could be that leader to play up front with Tammy. Is Belotti still there? Like, they're a weird club, Roma. Like, where are they getting all the money for these big names? Of course, they won the Conference League, first team to win the Conference League, and they lost on the Europa League final. Frustratingly, of course, it was what's his face that he should not be named the Premier League referee, Mourinho waiting for him in the car park. So maybe they should have won that final and they would be in the Champions League. But they're in an upward trending direction. The feel-good vibes are there. Maybe that'll be enough for Lukaku to be like, yeah, right, I'll go to Roma. But, he's been linked in the last couple of days. Watch that story. That could be an option for both player and certainly club if they're interested, but they'd have to come to some sort of major agreement on wages, of course. They couldn't pay him anywhere near the wages that we're paying him. Anyway, let me know what you think about Lukaku and where the story's going, and let's move on. So before we talk about Chelsea agreeing terms with Arsenal with Arsenal forward, the striker, Balogun, we'll talk about that in a moment. Let's just quickly jump over to The Athletic to talk about Lewis Hall. This, of course, upset a few people, but at the same time, and we've done it not to death, we've spoken about it a couple of times on the channel. He's a really amazing player. He's a midfielder that's been farmed out, fullback. He's still at 18, this kid has been 18 for about 3 years. He's like one of those players like, oh, he's only 18. Hold on, that was 3 seasons ago. He's just staying 18. Anyway, they've completed the signing in Newcastle, and it's a initial loan. The Chelsea businessman will love this move, by the way. Another pure profit for an 18-year-old. Incredible, really. The 18-year-old has signed on a loan with an obligation to buy at the end of the season. The fee will be 28 million plus 7 million add-ons. 35 million quid. Hall, so he is a boyhood Newcastle fan, will wear the number 20 shirt at his new club. I'm very proud, he says. Me and my family are Newcastle fans, and for me and my brother growing up, it was drilled into us that we were Newcastle. It's a big club, and I can't wait to get started. I got lots of experience last year in some big fixtures, which he did against like Man City, less. And he was really proud the way he progressed as a player and a person. To now be here at Newcastle and the club I've supported since I was a kid, I'm honoured to wear the shirt. To be fair, fair play. Do you know what I mean? Like, people who are upset that we sold him and, signing all these players for a lot of money. He wants to go play for Newcastle. He's a Newcastle fan. Eddie Howe's doing great stuff over there. They're in the Champions League. We won't get into the geopolitical sports washing issues of it now. I feel like it's important that conversation does continue as time goes on. But the 18-year-old kid who's played well and trained hard for Chelsea this is his dream move. Even if he thought he got told by Pochettino, you're a good player and you can, challenge eventually if you work hard like the rest of them. He's just like, but send me to Newcastle because this is what I want to do. So ultimately, you can't really be upset with Chelsea, who make 35 million quid. Here it comes, pure profit. Bang, straight into the books injected. You don't amortize pure profit. You just squeeze that straight into your books immediately. Chelsea respect Hall, but the Englishman's desire to leave the club, there you go, and their existing left back depth, because apparently now he's left back, in the form of Chilwell, Kukurea and Maatsen, even though Maatsen's not been playing at left back. Zach Sturge and Ish Samuel Smith means it's a deal that suits all parties. So why does it make sense by all parties? And this is by the Newcastle reporter Jacob Whitehead. He says it means the initial £28 million fee doesn't count against financial fair play regulations until the loan is ended. So basically it's doing Newcastle a favour in terms of their own financial things. So it kind of saying, look, you're going to give us a good fee, we want that fee. There's probably a little bit of should we start a nice relationship? Should we be nice to each other? We've already seen Amanda Staveley and Bowley in boxes together, directors' boxes. This will only cost Newcastle is the portion of Hall's wages which they have taken on from Chelsea. So I guess maybe there'll be no loan fee as well, which suits them, which owing the intentions of the deal is likely to be virtually the entire amount. With Hall still only 18, this is unlikely to be a bank-breaking number, his wages that is. But he did just sign a new deal, lest we forget. But it doesn't matter because he's good enough to just be slam dunked into that Newcastle first team. He is. I don't care he's 18. If he looks like our best player sometimes, he can start for Newcastle. There's no disrespect to Newcastle. They're doing much better than Chelsea at the moment. But do you know what I mean? So they won't care that there's wages. You're still going to be less wages than the big stars, their big money signings. But he's kind of a big money signing, 35 million quid. Anyway, Hall's gone. Good luck, lad. See you later. Pure profit on the books. 442 writes an article on Chelsea agree terms with Arsenal forward ahead of £50 million deal report. Chelsea and Arsenal are no strangers to doing deals. That's true, actually. Hold on. That is true. Off the top of my head, David Luiz, Petr Cech, Jorginho, Kai Havertz. There's a lot, and there's more. We don't sign. They just take our players. Do we sign any Arsenal? We don't sign any Arsenal players. It's about time. So apparently, Chelsea want to sign Arsenal attacker for £50 million and have reportedly agreed to terms for a move. The Blues are yet to win a Premier League game under new manager Mauricio Pochettino, crashing defeat of West Ham. It was lovely. Thank you very much. Close to £1 billion spent in the transfer market since the takeover of the club. Yes, thank you. But the squad is still in need of a little improvement. I agree. One remains up front, where Nicholas Jackson has been the only option for Pochettino, a number 9. Now a homegrown option can present itself. And Jackson deserves a great deal of credit, by the way. It's worth saying that. Football Transfer says that Chelsea have agreed terms with Florian Balogun ahead of the Arsenal move, with the Gunners demanding 50 million quid for the USA international. Of course they're going to demand 50 million quid, because he's a striker, and we just spend money, loads of money everywhere. So Balogun scored 21 goals on loan at France last season. But his parent club boasts Gabriel Jesus, Eddie Nketiah, Leandro Trossard, and Kai Havertz above him in the pecking order. Well, they did just spend £68 million on Havertz from us. So, yeah, they have to value him less than that, 50 million quid. But then it's a homegrown player as well, you know. I don't know. Arsenal have spent about 200 million quid this summer and would like to recoup a quarter of that on Balogun alone. Well, Chelsea have made loads of sales, and with Lewis Hall on top of all the other sales, like, yes, we've spent 900 million for the takeover, but we've generated a lot of revenue in sales, and that needs to be talked about, please. The Evening Standard claimed that a bitter North London foes Tottenham inquired about the star, while Fulham, Monaco, and Inter have all been linked with the move. Few, though, have been able to match the Gunners' valuation. You know, you'd think Tottenham would, but maybe he just wouldn't want to go to Tottenham as an Arsenal kid. That's something that won't bother Chelsea, who have already spent well over £300 million in the market. Ting, ting, ting. I'm a bit worried now. The Blues have managed to recoup much more than Arsenal selling their deadwood, however. Truth, we've made a lot of sales. Though rivals Chelsea and Arsenal have done plenty of business in the past, of course, we've sold them Kai Havertz and Jorginho in the last year alone. So Balogun's valued at £30 million on Transfermarkt. But is that ever really right? People always spend a lot more money than their value on Transfermarkt. Look, Florian Balogun, Football Transfers are saying Balogun agrees terms, but Blues face battle over transfer. So yes, yeah. A bit on Florian Balogun, Nicolas Pepe, and why the Gunners have a £50 million asking price, writes Robin Berner. Yeah, a lot of money. Look, man, to be honest, like, I haven't really watched this much Balogun. I know he's scored goals in Liga, I know he's a USA international, and I know he's Arsenal. Should this deal develop, then I will do another video looking at his numbers a little bit more, like his scouting report. Apparently Monaco posed a serious Balogun threat. They offered the most serious challenge to Chelsea, landing the striker. The Ligue 1 club, who have seen their striker Briel Mbolo go down with a serious injury, are prepared to get close to Arsenal's valuation. Wow. Monaco do have a lot of money, don't they? But Football Transfers understands that personal terms are not completed with Monaco, and the striker has a desire to go to Chelsea as his first option. But he wants first-team football and finds himself only as the third-choice striker at Arsenal, where Gabriel Jesus and Nketiah are ahead of him. But do you want Arsenal's third-choice striker? And then you end up spending 50... Do you want to spend... let me pose the question like this. Do you want to spend 50 million quid on Arsenal's third-choice striker? I'll say it again for those in the back. Do you want to spend £50 million for Arsenal's third-choice striker? And it's not like, if you said to me, Jan, do you want to spend 50 million quid on Man City's third choice striker? Looking at their second choice striker and Julian Alvarez, I'd go, yes, please. Because he's probably worth that. He's probably worth, in this market now, he probably scored 20 Premier League goals. So, yeah, it's different. I don't know. Maybe because he wants first-team football, Arteta can't guarantee that, so he's like, right, sell me then, and I don't know. But he scored a lot of goals in the top 5 league. It's tough. I put out to you, my sweet friends, the Football Therapy subscribers and viewers. What do you think? Should we sign this guy? It seems like a interesting move. I don't know. Look, let's fit cons 50 million quid for Arsenal's third choice striker. Let's just park that over in the cons. Pros, if he bangs, it will be really, really funny because, you know, Kai Havertz might not do well at Arsenal, and then if their striker comes to us and does really well, it will be lovely fun. And in the theatre of football and banter, that would be an enjoyable thing to happen. But about that to you guys, I really look forward to reading the comments on this one, so do leave them down in the comment section below. Please do like and subscribe, and go check out Football Yannick, my sister channel, for other football content. Alright, peace.